What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. We are live. Okay, the mic is working. Sweet. How's everybody doing? We got... First in the stream today was Jordan Hager. Hagerud? What up? What up, Jordan? Craig Lilly with the profile pic color change. What's up, Kale? Hello, hello, Stang. How you doing? How's the fam? We've got Adam. What up? What up? Yep, went from Linux Mint Mate to Linux Mint XFCE. What is that even? What is this? Let's see. Linux Mint XFCE. Is that blue? It's not showing my current Linux XFCE. I'm not seeing anything about blue Linux Mint logo though. Let me see. XFCE is a lightweight desktop environment. Is that the official color for it, or did you just change it because you changed it to a different color because you changed? Okay. Jensen reporting in saying, "Hey Danny, I'm proud to say that this is my first stream as a PC owner. I bought the PC off my friend that I talked about last Wednesday. Nice! How are you enjoying it? What have you been playing so far? What have you done with it so far?" Airwalker says, "Didn't realize my name was the YouTube default." What do you mean by that? Evan says, "I hope this isn't the Hannah Montana Linux SteamOS setup." Let me... Wait, is the Hannah Montana... Was that SteamOS specific? Linux. So Hannah Montana Linux was its own thing. SteamOS. So the Hannah Montana Linux is real. While it's not official, okay. Oh, I think you're just making a joke, but I was thinking maybe there was like a specific skin or something for it. Steam crossover because original is become somewhat of an yep. Okay, so there is not like a branched off version of SteamOS that has Hannah Montana skin on top of it. Just making sure. Good evening. What's up, HDZ? Hello, runs with chainsaw. Linux is garbage, says XP Mini 420. I mean, you could argue Windows is garbage. Just choose whatever OS works for you. I, for one, know that I'm not going to be able to switch over to Linux full time in the near future, if ever. So the way that I look at it is, and I think a lot of people feel this way, Windows is not annoying or intrusive enough for me to make the switch. It is annoying and intrusive, but not to the point where I can't stand it and I would rather deal with any headaches that come with switching over to Linux, or like compatibility issues, or just losing out on using specific things altogether because of no compatibility. Like, it's not, you know, the pros and cons on the Windows sides. For me, the pros is still way too heavy. But to say Linux is garbage, that's gotta be bait, because there's a decent amount of like PC enthusiasts who are fans of Linux, and it has its use cases, and Linux is actually used. Let's see, how do we look up these stats? Let's see if AI can do this. We'll go to Gemini. Please don't make me log in. Okay. What percentage of computers worldwide use Linux, including non-consumer ones? Because it's the non-consumers that's gonna bring up the number. What percentage use Windows? Okay. The global picture. Linux and Linux-based OSs, 70 to 80%. Mobile devices, servers and cloud, supercomputers, embedded, and IoT. Yeah. In traditional desktops, Windows wins. I think these numbers look about correct from last time we checked it. It was like around 10% or something. But yeah, we're talking about worldwide. The world runs on Linux, okay? So to say Linux is garbage, gotta be bait. You gotta be baiting. What up, Pete Dunn? It is Wednesday again. Is that how you mark your weeks? Well, when the streams are? To me, Wednesdays, every time it comes around, because it is hump day, the middle of the day, usually, you know, at the end of people's work days, it's like a sign that the week is going by pretty fast. It does feel like not too long ago we just had last week's stream, so yeah. I kind of mark and plan my weeks by the stream days as well. GNOME and KDE Plasma are nice GUIs too. What's up, Tech Blacksmith? Hello, hello, fellow nerds. Romo says, hey Danny, how do you think about the pairing? A 9070 GRE and a 5800 X3D are fine. They're good. Linux is only as garbage as you, the user, make it. Oh, good point. Good point. Windows 11 Enterprise is best version, says Smash TV Network. Jensen's been playing Beam, NG Drive, and some car simulation games. Wait, what? Oh, wait, is Beam NG Drive the one where you just like crash for fun? You just crash things? Realistic driving game with near limitless possibilities. Body physics and engine simulates every component of the vehicle. I think I've seen like content online pop up in my feed, and they just do like wacky simulations. Okay, playing the Spider-Man games, currently downloading a few games. Nice. Linux needs less resources. If you say Linux is garbage, you are just showing your ignorance, says Grimlong. Just watched LAN Party Winter 2025, loved it. Linus is Linux. Linux is Linux, actually. That typo is actually true. Linux is my cat's godfather. I game, stream, edit, and do everything I want to on my Linux desktop. I blew up Windows 9 months ago, says Mike Ladd. What do you edit on? Gaming? Also, do you not play any of the games that require kernel level anti-cheat, or, you know, there's not like a huge list of games, but they are some pretty popular games. And I guess some people just dual boot for that. I'm trying to do this official. We already did Bazite months ago. The goal is to do the official Steam OS, which has some requirements, and I think I've met them. Yeah, I did some quick research today, and at first I was seeing posts, and maybe this was like early Steam OS, but it basically has to mimic the hardware or be similar enough to a Steam Deck. And I saw some posts saying like you have to have an AMD CPU, AMD graphics card, NVMe SSD, but I think you don't actually need an AMD CPU, because if we do, then I'm screwed. I'm using the ThinkStation that we were working on, which has an Intel Xeon in it. But I do have a AMD graphics card, and I do have an NVMe drive in there, which is kind of interesting requirements. Is that just because they don't... Dude, does Steam not want to make SteamOS like open source and usable by everyone on desktop? Like, they have the image file for it readily available online, but these requirements for the hardware seem a little interesting. Specifically like the NVMe drive one, I don't know, like this is above my pay grade, but like what good, like, I guess why is that a requirement? when it doesn't seem to be on any other Linux OSs. Hey, we can install the Hannah Montana. Let me go. Okay, here. One second. Let me. So Hannah Montana OS. We can install that in a future stream. We're not gonna do that today. Hannah Montana Linux. Okay. For more info, see the about page. Wait, what? Downloads. This is the official. I'm not gonna get a virus. Hey, let me make sure. Hannah Montana Linux. Okay. I want to make sure I get it from the correct location. It's Wikipedia would not put a virus-ridden Linux wiki, Linux distribution, Hannah Montana, Linux. Okay, no, dang it! I mean, I would imagine this is fine. Download logo for the back of your PC, designed for Hannah Montana Linux logo. Wait, what do I gotta do? I got... So Tuco's is working with Internet Archive. Okay, so now I gotta look for Hannah Montana Linux. I can't find it. Where am I supposed to download this thing? Probably... I'm gonna have to get it from, I'm gonna have to get it from GitHub, aren't I? Or GitLab, apparently. This was created on June 2026. 2 releases, 2 tags, 2 branches, 26 commits. Is this a newer project? Why does this not have... like, why is the date so new? But I guess it could still be true that some Linux distros can be garbage. I'll figure this out and I'll get it pre-downloaded another time. Actually, what time is it? Okay, a couple more minutes, then we're gonna get into downloading or taking a look at the SteamOS download and stuff like that. I have a crazy issue with my PC where it randomly makes both my monitors go black, then my audio goes all glitchy, then my PC goes and reboots straight to login. It happens during anything I do. Okay, what? Accelerates says where it randomly makes both my monitors go black, then my audio goes off. Oh man, that sounds like... Ugh. Okay, I'm actually curious, chat. What would you guys do for this? So, it goes glitchy, PC goes reboots and straight. Okay. This sounds like it could be a number of problems. Have you tried isolating the issue? It's kind of hard if the motherboard's the issue though, or let's say the CPU for some reason is degraded or, I don't know, damaged from whatever that, you know, overvolting or something like that. Like, for this, I feel like trying to look through the Windows logs, I've never had luck with something like this. It's gonna tell you some generic stupid message that when you Google, the suggestions on it are gonna be your power supply, your motherboard, something like that. Where I feel like for this one, you need to isolate it by testing with spare components, which is kind of hard to do if you're not like a PC enthusiast and just have spare components on hand. So then you need like borrow a friend's PC ask your friend to bring their PC over and like have them put your graphics card in their system, have them, you know, hook up your PSU to the system, or the other way around. I don't know, like, how would you guys go about troubleshooting this aside from trying to isolate the problem by swapping components out? Reinstall Windows is one thing you could do, or if you have a spare drive, install Windows on a fresh drive. Though, some people don't have spare drives to reinstall Windows, and they're not ready to like just have everything get wiped. So, I always try to do the hardware things, if possible, before wiping Windows, because depending on, you know, how old your OS install is and how many files and programs and stuff you have on there, wiping Windows is not easy, I would think, for the average person. For people who are pretty enthusiasts, then yeah, I think it's fine. You probably have a spare external drive. You have spare SSDs, hard drives that you can, you know, mess around with. But like, if somebody doesn't have any spare parts, at least they can hopefully get a friend to come over to help test individual components. Use Kden Live for editing? Okay. Okay, XP Mini, you control a little bit, but if you're gonna be like a dick about it, then I might have to either mute or kick you, just because you're just kind of ruining the vibes. Basically, every computer that has a job runs Linux. Yeah, what GPU are you rocking in your main rig? My main rig has a 4070 Super in it. What's up, YouTube Nosy? EvoTech 1, the only anti-cheat games that I play are Rivals and Helldivers 2. Rivals is okay, but definitely has some issues compared to Windows, but it works. Helldivers 2 is no issues. People say what they want to help them sleep at night, but Windows is king. End of story. Framerate X is jumping on that bandwagon too. I mean, I think Windows on consumer desktops is more popular. I'm not sure. Like, what are we trying to do? Like, we trying to deep throat Microsoft here? Like, what normal person just says, like, Windows is king? And you're not even getting paid to say it. Hey, Nosy. Yeah, what's up? Okay, unfortunately, school starts back up for me tomorrow, so I don't get too much time to enjoy the PC. Oh, no. School starts up tomorrow? What school starts on a Thursday? Also, my entire life, so I live in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if it's like this for like Oregon as well, but where I lived, school basically never starts before Labor Day. It's always after Labor Day. I don't remember if it was like right after Labor Day or the next following Monday or something. But yeah, so anytime I hear people going back to school and Labor Day hasn't happened yet, I'm always like, wait, what? Why are you guys going back so early? But I think you guys also get out earlier, like in May, like end of May or something, whereas our schools typically got out at like early to mid-June. I hope that SteamOS gets NVIDIA drivers so that you can use every GPU. I mean, at that point, why do you need to use SteamOS? I guess we're gonna find out when I install it, but why not just use Bazzite or any other version of Linux? I guess, what about SteamOS do you guys care about to want it to have full compatibility when something like Bazzite exists with that compatibility? I sold my car to get a 5090 ROG 20th edition for $12K, and now I'm just biking to work now. Dub or nah? I don't believe you. But that would be a nah. I think buying a $12,000, especially a special edition graphics card, which has not even that much better performance than a base version, that, what are 5090s going for right now? Like 5 to 6K? Spending more than double the price on a 5090? I mean, I guess if you just have disposable income, but you sold your car for it, so I'm guessing you don't have disposable income. That's just poor financial decisions, if this was a real scenario, which is not. Okay, let me get caught up with chat. What's cooking, dog? Nothing. Does anyone... Okay, Man, when these Windows Sims find out that all their games that run on a server are running on Linux, they're gonna be mad. You do a BIOS update for random crap. BIOS updates is not something you typically have to do, especially like nowadays. Like, that would be strange, where if your computer was working fine and then all of a sudden you have these crashing and like no display problems and all that stuff, and it was caused due to the BIOS. I would say that would be near the bottom of my list of things to do. But so my thoughts on BIOS updates is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But in this case, something did break. But I don't know. BIOS would be not the first thing I suspect. But it doesn't hurt to try, I guess. I don't... It's something that you could... maybe you could do, depending on if your PC is up and running for long enough to be able to download the BIOS to get it onto a thumb drive to be able to put on. See if your wiring is not shorting somewhere. Yeah, this is a good suggestion. Like, just check. I don't know. Maybe there something could have rubbed on your PSU cables over time, and now there's an exposed, like, you know, wire touching your case or something. Or, yeah, causing random shorts. So then that would be a PSU. Like, you could take apart your PC so that there's no chance of it being shorted anywhere. That PC sounds like it could be RAM issue as well. Yeah, so for RAM, you could... I'm assuming most people are running in dual channel. Take one stick of memory out and then try that. If that doesn't work, try the other stick. Try different slots. Like, there's a lot of random things you could do without having extra spare hardware on hands. Reinstall video drivers. Yeah, you could do go grab DDU, display driver, uninstaller. Do a clean wipe of it. If you have RAM OC first thing, reducing the clock, dude, yeah, just run it at the base speeds. Just turn off any manual overclocks or XMP that you have enabled. Gotta pray your buddy even has compatible hardware. For the most part, you can switch a lot of things up. Minus, like, specifically CPU. You would have to test CPU motherboard together. And I guess RAM, it might be DDR4 versus DDR5. But you can switch graphics cards, you can switch drives, you can switch power supply. And yeah, hope the rest is compatible. It could be overheating maybe, or static if it's on carpet. Static on carpet, like that, no. Like PC case, they have rubber feet usually, plastic feet. You can put your PC directly on carpet, and I'm gonna say it's not static. Static is one of those things where I think it's just the myth has been perpetuated for so long that I can't believe it's actually still a talking point. You know, I get comments on my videos if people see me on carpet building a PC. I've been wanting to make a video where I build a PC directly on carpet with no mat. Like, literally all the components laying on the carpet, touching the carpet rug fibers and stuff. Like, static electricity, that's not... To me, it's not a concern. And I've built with bare feet and with socks on carpet many times over the years. Thing is, I did everything people are saying. If that's the... I mean, you've done everything, so it's time to swap parts out. Here's what you do. You go and you buy, I would say check the power supply. Go buy a power supply on Amazon. I'm assuming you're from the US, you might not be. Go buy a power supply from some place that lets you do returns. And then try that out. If that doesn't work, say, okay, then return it, because, you know, 30-day no questions return policy on Amazon at least. Yeah, I think it's a hardware issue. I guess you could try to make it crash in, like, BIOS or something. See if it crashes in BIOS with, like, no drive attached. Just to isolate whether or not it's OS, but... What up, Vinny boy? You're the one who built Jensen's PC. Nice. You gave him a crazy good deal, so... That's a true friend right there. CPU is overheating? CPUs would, you would have to be overheating so badly that also after it throttles and downclocks itself to try to protect itself, then it still crashes because of that. It's not CPU overheating. I mean, if you have any kind of cooler on it with any kind of thermal paste, you should be fine. But yeah, I guess that's another thing that you could check. Okay, Xpod X super chat. Okay, I got it. Sorry guys, I gotta get through the chats and then we gotta get this SteamOS. Okay, where do you think the next gen highest end AMD card will compare against Nvidia's lineup? I don't think it's gonna beat their 80 series. So next gen, whatever Nvidia's 80 series is, I think it's gonna be a little bit below it. I think it's gonna mimic what the 9070 XT versus the 5070 Ti slash 5080 is in this generation. That would be my best bet. You should upgrade your 4070 Super to, you know how much a 5070 Ti costs right now? They're like they're like stupid expensive right now. I know it's a better card, but see, I don't need more performance. Yeah, 5070 Ti prices went up right now, so I'm definitely not in the market for one. There was a time where these were going for, what, 750 bucks? I think they were on sale for like 700, and then it just got worse and worse and worse, and now they're like, are they 1,000? Is that the cheapest we can find right now? No, I have no, like, desire to spend over over 1,100 after tax on a refurbished 5070 Ti to upgrade from a 4070 Super. I'm good. I'm one of those people who are just gonna sit and chill and wait through until if we ever get through these crappy hardware prices times. I mean, obviously, going from a 4070 Super to a 5070 Ti is going to be a huge uplift in performance. It costs more money. You would expect something that costs more money to be a lot better. But I'm usually someone who floats around like $400 to $500 graphics cards. I've never really used like $600, $700, $800 graphics cards in my systems. I've always been around mid to upper mid-range cards. But yeah, Xpod, I don't think AMD is gonna be super competitive in their next generation. And that's just based on their own statement saying they aren't interested in competing at the high end against Nvidia. Maybe they might change their mind, but I don't see it. People still suggesting Nvidia in 2026 element FAO. Hey, Nvidia I think is fine in 2026. People talk about the price premium versus rasterization performance while they leave so many other things on the table. Like, you gotta, like, there are people who might be interested in content creation, streaming. Maybe they actually do like ray tracing for whatever reason. I personally don't. Maybe they do want to actually use it for AI. They like DLSS over FSR. They like NVIDIA Studio. Yeah, when you look at you are paying a premium, but rasterization performance is not like the end all be all. Use memtest. Yeah, dude, memtest is so annoying to run. It takes so long. You could use memtest 86 if you are able to create it. I don't know. So, accelerate. How long can you even use your computer to browse for before it crashes? We're assuming you can even like go in to diagnose it and like check what's up. Like how fast is it even crashing? What if they do GPU chiplets or something? I mean, with the supers from Nvidia being delayed and just memory prices just going up, I'm even curious what both companies are going to have to announce for the next generation, which won't be until the wait. Yeah, it won't be till the end of next year, right? If we go based on the cycle. So I guess they have some time for the market to maybe fix itself. Probably not if this AI bubble doesn't pop and prices continue to soar and skyrocket. Then I'm just curious what they're even going to announce at the end of next year for their next generation. Just way more expensive graphics cards that people can't afford. I think we focus so much on current gen stuff. I think a lot of people, well, I say we, but like I know last gen parts and 2 gen ago parts still work fine today, but I'm not sure if a lot of like people in the PC gaming community know that. I feel like everyone, like you go online and you see people complaining like, oh, PC gaming's not affordable anymore. It's like, bro, no, you made it not affordable because you only want to buy current gen hardware. You don't have to PC game on the newest stuff. Like, who said you can't still use a 3080, which is usually like under $400 right now, and it's still a pretty powerful graphics card? Who says you can't use, you know, cards from like a 7800 XT or 70, I'm not gonna say 7900 XTX because those are pretty expensive due to the high VRAM, but like a 7700 XT or something like that. Like, PC gaming is still affordable. Stop expecting the newest stuff. It's like saying, I can't drive because I can't afford a car because I only expect to buy brand new cars that start at $40,000. Like, bro, go buy a used vehicle and get on with your life. Look, I just want a super expensive high-end PC to play 2D side-scroller indie games and watch YouTube. Yes, exactly. What up, Chris? Runs with chainsaw. This is a good point. AMD has the right idea because the current mid-range or upper mid-range should be considered premium. Cards like the 5080 and 5090 aren't consumer GPUs. Yeah, I mean, there's just semantics, right, of words. Consumer GPUs, people have been so used to being able to afford 80 to 90 series that they just expected that till the end of time. But yeah, wouldn't you say that a 5070 Ti and a 9070 XT for like 99% of gamers should be enough? And those are under 1,000. Well, they used to be under 1,000. 9070 XT still is. The 5070 Ti, as we've seen, is now over $1,000. Nvidia is just doing what businesses are supposed to do. Welcome to capitalism. It's true. I use a 2080 Ti and it plays and does whatever I want at decent FPS. Yeah, like, I think people have really high expectations when their budget doesn't match, you know? I get it. If you make a ton of money or you have a bunch of disposable income, you have like $10,000 to budget to a PC or $5,000, whatever amount, like, then yeah, you are the type of person that can expect to have the nicest, you know, highest end graphics cards and to be able to play at 4K, high refresh rate, all that stuff. But if you're on a budget or if you're money conscious, then you're not in that position to, you know, make those kinds of demands or have those high expectations. You have like that high expectations of a rich person on like a budget poor person, not poor person, but like, you know, a budget salary. And the thing is, you can either choose to participate and partake in PC gaming with whatever situation you're in and financial, you know, your finances, however much money you have. You can just pick up a PC you can afford and just play it and enjoy it, or you can just, you know, not and move on, go to console, or just go touch grass and or do whatever. Because like I'm kind of getting sick of hearing people constantly complaining about things not being affordable when it is. They just don't want that thing. Like, people are getting really, really picky and like kind of snobby as to what they consider the bare minimum it is to play games. Damn it, just let me be ghetto fancy. Yeah. Champagne taste beer budget. Exactly. Hi, girls. Hi. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. We're supposed to... What time is it? Oh, my God. We're not going to be able to get the Steam OS. Is that Cindy? Go talk to Auntie. Okay, the girls are like... 1 second. Hi. We go down for a few minutes, okay? Mommy make your snack. Yes. These little monkey sounds. Well, we gotta start talking, girls. Okay. We don't touch anything. We don't touch anything, okay? Hi. You have a good nap? They just woke up from their nap, so. Yes, I know. Here, look. Okay, let me see if I can get to the mouse. Look at it this way. A 5090 is like a Ferrari. Just because we drive an Accord, we can't say that it isn't still a car because it's super expensive. Yeah, they didn't... Wait, that isn't still a car because it's super expensive? They just said it wasn't a consumer graphics car. It's like a Ferrari isn't a consumer car. It's a super luxury car. They don't make roads for Ferraris, and they shouldn't make the games for a 5090. True. Isn't it crazy how some of the most demanding modern games still can't get 60 FPS, max settings, native 4K on a 5090? Like, what are we even doing? Danny always showing off the greatest deal ever. The 2-for-1 baby special. Depends on how you look at it. 2-for-1 baby special. They were the greatest deal ever. But also, the amount of work and sleepless nights. Any parent would know. Any parent of singletons would know. Because even a single baby is like pretty rough to take care of. Especially in the early phases. So then, imagine that times 2. Any parents of multiples out there? Anyone in the chat with twins or triplets or quadruplets or anything crazy like that? $25 years ago, the flagship cost equivalent of about $700 in 2026 money. Remember when the GTX, we can go take a look at historical GPU prices, but I remember I bought my GTX 280, and at the time, I think the 295 or 295 times 2 or whichever ones came out, but like, I think I spent under $300 for my GTX 280 when it was still relevant. And even if you adjust it for inflation, that would still be like nowhere near what a 80 series card costs today. CPU, you have a 7800 X3D, 7800 XT, memory is Corsair Vengeance, 32 gigs. Corsair RME 750. Okay, that should all be fine. So wait, did you explain the crashing and how it's crashing yet? Let me scroll up. PSC is new, I changed from my others, still the same issue. I mean, at that point, I'm thinking maybe... Do you have like a spare graphics card that you could swap in? Because if it's not PSU, if it's not graphics card, RAM, you can check. It'd be crazy if both sticks are damaged. So you can run mem test or just try with one stick at a time. I know, this is boring, huh? You don't care about computers yet. One day. Then we start getting into like motherboard, which is kind of a pain to replace and swap in a spare one. But yeah. Okay, you bored? You want to go back upstairs now? Are you bored? That's my goal, to bore you guys so I can bring you back up. Yeah. Okay, we go. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. No? Okay. Okay, don't freak out when I drop you off. Here you go. Go to mommy. She got snacks. She got snacks for you. There you go. Okay. What's the best GPU you've ever used in person? Probably that 7900 XTX that I had momentarily before I sold it. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh no, I've used the 9070 XT, so they're kind of like about the same. I have used. Wait, have I used? I helped my brother-in-law build the system with the 5080, and so, but I didn't really get a chance to like benchmark or use it. But yeah, probably one of those. I get access to high-end parts when I help people build, but yeah, I think for benchmarking, it's probably the 7900 XTX or 970 XT. Okay, SteamOS. Do people even want to see SteamOS? We got some Linux haters in the chat. So SteamOS download. I've already done this, so I've got it ready to go. But just for you guys to see, to get it, download SteamOS deck image. So yeah, I didn't even read this. Who reads this? This actually isn't that long. But whatever the terms of agreement, who cares? I don't read it. We click download, and it is 3 gigs, but then when you extract it, it becomes like 7 gigs or something like that. Okay, so let me plug in. We've got the, oh, you can't even see it because this monitor's in the way. I've got the system over here. I'm gonna plug this in, and I use remember Ventoy? We're gonna see if Ventoy works with this. Alright, let me see if we can get this to work. Does my Tesla count? Does my Tesla count for what? What's the most expensive hardware I've ever... Best GPU? Wait, that's not a GPU though. I have no idea what... Are you on phone? Tagging only works on desktop is what I've found. When I try to tag, if I'm watching a stream on YouTube on my phone, tag doesn't work. But what just happened? Oh, okay. But on desktop, I think the tagging works, which is kind of dumb because I think a lot of people watch streams on phones. Okay, let's see. Is this going to auto detect the device or the thumb drive? It does. Okay, so here it is. So here's the Bazite we've had before. Steam Deck. Hello. Oh, whoops. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got the different OSs here. We're gonna go to Steam Deck, out of box experience repair. This image is from July 7th. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we get no funny business here. I forgot what happened last time. Where, okay, what's happening? Is this gonna do its thing? Alright, accelerate. Wait, do we... Yeah, I think you just have to swap parts out however you can. Yeah. If you've already done everything, like reinstall Windows and everything that people suggested, then the only thing I imagine you haven't done is like switch out a different motherboard or CPU. If anything, I would think it's the motherboard. Motherboards, I think, have a higher chance of being like problematic than just CPUs. If you've just been running your CPU from stock and it was not problematic previously, I feel like it's really hard for it to damage itself, you know, if you didn't overclock or overvolt or do stuff like that. Whereas motherboards, I don't know, man. I feel like you can look at them funny, and then, you know, they've got like freaking capacitors and all this stuff on them that could swell up, bulge, and create problems. Am I doing anything here? Wait, what's going on? Can't look up block dev. Okay. I gotta zoom in because you guys probably can't see this. Is this not as... See, I'm not trying to go off of any guide here. Where is it? Okay. You guys seeing this? Anyone install SteamOS before? What is this? CPU bug present and SMT on. Data leak possible. CPU bug present. I was told let's see. Error. Mounting dev disk. Okay. Can't access TTY job control turned off. Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna take a picture of this. This is what I forgot. Can I use ChatGPT? I'm trying to, okay, here we go. I'm trying to install SteamOS, and this is what happened. What do I do? Post a picture of the log. Yep, this screenshot is actually pretty informative. USB recovery environment booted successfully. The failure happens when SteamOS tries to find / mount the target. The important lines are waiting for... Okay, error mounting failed. This usually means the recovery environment can't see the partition. Oh, I guess, yeah, good point. Here, let me... Can I... It expects... But there's an important catch. If you're using a recent SteamOS recovery image, there have been reports of the recovery image itself producing this exact error during installation. One recent report specifically identified recovery image 3.8 as problematic and reported 3.77 worked. Okay, okay, now it wants more information. Let me make sure the drive is like... does the drive have to be empty? Because I think I just stuck a drive that has a Windows... Actually, I don't know if I wiped that drive. Does the drive have to be wiped? It's saying to use SteamOS 3.77. It is, which is going to be kind of a pain to... Would be kind of a pain to re-download and transfer over to a thumb drive because thumb drive speed is so slow. Oh, okay. Let me see what the easiest way to do this would be. I think I gotta stick in a different drive. See, the thing is, this would... Right now, it's not booting into that drive into Windows, which makes me think there is no Windows on it. But... And with this system, removing the drive is kind of a pain. You gotta remove the heatsink, but also undo some, this little, like, standoff. I do not want to remove this drive to stick it into my main system with the NVMe external drive, like, reader to figure this out. I'm going to... Give me 1 second. What? The format is wrong on Windows, which is NTFS, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, maybe. See, I find that kind of strange. Is this the thing on Linux that you typically have to do? You know, on Windows, when you want to install Windows on a drive, regardless of if it's empty or if it's filled with whatever the heck, or even a previous OS, like, as you go through the installation process, you can select the drive and wipe the partitions and, like, clear it and all that kind of stuff. Is this usually a problem with Linux where if you don't feed it a fresh drive formatted exactly the right way, you just get run into issues like this. Okay, let me see which one is the Windows drive. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn it on with nothing plugged in except for the NVMe drive and see if it even gets it, boots into Windows or anything. Have you turned off secure boot in the BIOS? I don't remember if we I think we did that when we installed either Mint or Bazite, and I don't remember turning it back on. I can check. I would always format whatever drive you intend to use for Linux or alternative. Can you just do Rufus? Yeah, I probably could. So, oh, remember, didn't we had this problem with the Bazite? Using Bentoy, it didn't work, but as soon as we used Rufus, not even just Rufus, but it had to be like the latest version of Rufus. Because when we tried to use like an older version of Rufus by like a few revisions back, that also didn't work. This isn't me trying to like nitpick or make Linux look bad, but to me, this is kind of a pain in the ass. Obviously, you can get through it, you can figure it out, but also, like, why? Like, I feel like I've never, ever had this much trouble trying to, install Windows on anything. Linux people, would you agree, like, this is kind of one of the potential pain points? And again, it's not like I don't think we're going to be able to install this. It just... I mean, you guys are giving different answers in the chat. You guys can't even agree. Wait, you need... TPM may also be disabled. Linux, gatekeeping Linux. It's so easy to install on a fresh new drive. I'll say again, use Fedora Media Writer. Bro, you guys are giving like all different answers to this. Fedora Media Writer, fast boot and secure boot needs to be disabled. Okay, let me make sure secure boot is turned off, but let me read. I don't understand what the problem is because Linux can read NTFS drives. Yeah, I don't understand either because when I looked this up, when I said how should I format the thumb drive, so this is, I think this is exFAT. Yeah, I think when I created the Ventoy, or when I installed Ventoy on here, it was formatted as exFAT. Remember, Windows wouldn't recognize the USB drive with Linux ISO on it. It will wipe your drive. You don't need to empty it. That's what I'm saying. So, like, but people in the chat are saying it's best to start with the empty drive, it sounds like. Can I not get... What? Okay. What is the... Lenovo ThinkStation BIOS. Is it F1? Okay. Come on. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, drive partition should not stop installation. Well, let me make sure. Maybe it's secure boot. So F1 apparently. I'm not getting the option on the splash screen to, so like F1 to go into BIOS, F whatever to look at boot devices and stuff. It's just going to press enter to resume normal startup. But I think F1 does work. Okay. So, I mean, it sounds like multiple people are thinking it's secure boot. I always have a drive in an initialized state when I want to install my OS. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oops, this thing is like super large now. Transform. Hit the screen. Okay. Where is secure boot on here? Secure boot. Okay. Secure boot settings. Secure boot was disabled. Yeah, I don't think we ever enabled it. After re-enabled it when we installed Bazite previously. So it's not secure boot. Ventoy could be the issue. Yeah. No, Ventoy was the issue before. Okay. Let me find a... Because I don't want to wipe my Ventoy drive. If I got to use Rufus... let me try to use Rufus. I don't want to use whatever people were saying in chat earlier because... like, we know Rufus has worked previously. Okay, so... Memtech, jeez. The issue is... Okay, I'm just gonna have to wipe Windows 11 Rufus, Windows 10 LTSC. Windows 10 that I created in 24. I think we can use this one. I don't think I need this. I have like multiple Windows 10 drives. I can wipe this one. Bro, Ventoy, I feel like has not been it multiple times now. Okay. Let's see how can I do this. To make sure. Okay. Where is it? Okay. So we good here. So we're gonna run Rufus. I'm just gonna use the last Rufus that we had. That should be fine, right? That was 413. Okay, we got Rufus here. Here, let me minimize this stuff so it's not being a distraction. Get the updated one. Alright, that shouldn't take too long. We will get the updated Rufus. Do you hear the crazy girls upstairs? Rufus 415. We'll get 415 portable. All right. Okay. We got Rufus 415. Okay, we got it right here. Okay. Wait, is 8 gigs gonna be enough? Uh-oh. I didn't... What? Why is it so tiny? Oh, no. It should be bigger. It's just because the last time it was formatted to the OS. Okay. Okay. Let me see. So, choose Steam OL box repair. Where is it at? Steam. Should be this one right here. Okay. So, we got that. FAT32 should be fine, right? Wait. In FAT32's max size, file size, like 4 gigs. But that doesn't matter if you are creating a bootable media. It only matters if you're dropping files into it. Is that right? I'm FAT32. Yeah. 8 gigs should be enough. FYI, SteamOS installer is an image file. Simply dragging it into Ventil won't work. Yeah, I did notice that when I downloaded it. It wasn't a .iso. Interesting. I think in this case, probably a 5-year-old version of Rufus would work. Okay. So do I need to change anything here? Because, so GPT, we're not installing in some old-ass legacy BIOS, so it should be fine. This should be fine, right? We good? Anybody see any problem with these settings? What's up? Yeah. I think we did. Or we tossed them. I don't think we froze them. I mean, you can check the freezers.
I'm checking it. I can't find it.
Oh. Or we ate it all. I don't remember. Okay. Good, no need to change. Okay, we start. I don't know. Wait, what? Image is too big for the selected target. How's the image too big? It was only... Actually, it is too big. Crap! Wait. Give me 1 second. How big... This is why. Okay, I gotta reformat this. Give me 1 second. Format. No, wait, what? What flash drive is this? Never mind, I can't use this. Oh my goodness. This is actually an 8 gigabyte flash drive. It's not one that just became 8 gigabytes because, you know, you put Windows on it and then it shrinks itself down to the size of the ISO. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to... Okay. I'm gonna have to find a different thumb drive. My goodness. Okay, here. We have this one. This one will work. My goodness. Why? Why is this so difficult? Okay, so we're gonna select this. We have a 16 gig drive now. Okay, we good. We good. Let's make sure it's that. Okay, start. Oh. Sheesh, Steam. Yeah, SteamOS is, let's see, compared to the other, wait, do I have that on my inventory? Like, if we compare the sizes, and I think I moved everything onto this one. If it's gonna open while we wait for this to write. Yay, what fun. Yeah, so if we take a look at the sizes of all the other disk images. So the biggest one is Windows 11 at 8 gigs. A little bit over 8 gigs. Then Steam Deck is right at 8 gigs. Bazzite is like the same size as Steam Deck almost. Wait, what versions of these? I don't remember what these two Windows 11 versions are, but Ubuntu is like 6. Windows 10 is less than 5. Zorin was 4. Linux Mint was like 3. Yeah, it's pretty big. And also, this writing. Ugh. And half of the Windows is bloat. Yeah, I mean, any of you guys use a custom version of Windows? Or do you just install just from the standard Microsoft website and then you go in and you remove things that you don't want? There's that whole thing about you need to trust where your sources for these custom Windows are. But I've never installed a custom Windows. Yes, I do have an AMD GPU. It's the same one. It's a 6600 that we've used previously with Bazzite. Yeah, I made sure that was the requirement. But I should be good with the Intel CPU, right? Patrick McGovern, what's up? I'm old enough to remember playing games on Tandy and Amiga computers, and your security was having to look at what a word was on a certain page of the manual, lol. How old does that put you? Mid-40s? I don't trust custom Windows. Only one I'll run is Windows 7 B550 edition because it just works on AMD Ryzen. I was somewhat correct. Mid 40s. We're like 10 years apart ish. SteamOS is built for AMD CPUs and AMD GPUs. Minimal support for Intel GPUs. What about Intel CPUs? Because that's what we're doing. That is what we're running. Oh my goodness. Can this move any slower? At least I'm not using a USB 2.0 drive, right? But still. What is the theoretical speeds of USB 3.0 speeds? Maximum theoretical transfer, yeah, right, 5 gigabits per second. Who has ever transferred anything onto a USB 3 device that quickly? I feel like it's always slower than this. So yeah, we gotta wait for the Rufus to write this image. It's not even at 10% yet. I'm sorry, guys. For some reason, I saw that it was a .image file, not a .iso. But I was like, this should be fine. I didn't even think about that Ventoy doesn't work with image files. Well, to be fair, the first time I ever used Ventoy was months ago when we installed Bazite and stuff like that. So it's not like I've been a Ventoy user for years, but today I learned. Today you learned. Maybe some of you guys learned with me. Now I won't make that mistake in the future. You always gotta make the mistake first to learn to never make it again. A little bit of Linus's Linux luck has rubbed off on you? Yeah. So... No. Okay, so the live, we're over an hour in because we actually didn't start until like the 30-minute mark or something like that. We usually don't start exactly on the topic of the video for a bit just to give people time to get here. But part of it was also like looking at we were helping somebody out. We were looking at graphics card stuff. But yeah, this is not ideal for us to be 1 hour in the stream and not even like in the process of installing, but we get distracted a lot on this stream. It does work on .image, but it needs additional configurations. Okay, I might have to look into that. Would it work with those configurations? Would it work for both image and ISO, or is it like you have to choose one or the other? Because if that's the case, I mean, how many distros have we had that were ISOs? I don't think it would be worth to do it only .image, but I'll look into it. The best are the mistakes others make in front of you. I won't be trying SteamOS anytime soon unless I want to run it on an RX 570 4 gig. Dude, I need to make a revisit video on either the RX 470 or 570. I think those are still like pretty capable cards, all things considered. My family was poor, so the first year Nintendo was out, we asked for one for Christmas and got an Atari instead. I don't remember conversations of getting a console with my parents like that. And when we got games when I was younger, or consoles and stuff, it was mainly for my older brother, who's 2 years older than me. Like, the first Nintendo we got, I don't remember much of it, of like the story of getting it for like birthday or Christmas or whatever. For all I knew, we just had it, and I played some games on it. Super Nintendo was when, I don't even remember how we got that one either. It's so many years ago. But, definitely Atari was not a part of the equation as like a consideration, I don't think. But, were Ataris cheaper than Nintendos? I have no idea how much Ataris, and I don't even remember how much the original NES cost. As a Nintendo kid, I thought Atari was awesome when I visited friends, but it seemed archaic and from the past. Veronica Sawyer says, Danny ate sushi for the first time today. Congrats, how was it? I'm not a fan of sushi. I'm not sure if we talked about this on stream ever. But yeah, I'm not a fan of sushi, unfortunately. Like, I like to eat fish. I think it's probably because growing up, especially in Southeast Asian cuisine, like Vietnamese food and stuff like that, fish is generally fried. So just, yeah, texture wise, I can't. Which is a shame because my wife loves sushi, so we kind of butt heads. Like, when we went to Japan, we actually, at one point, for one of the meals, we went to different restaurants because she wanted to go to this sushi only place, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna like eat much here. Can I go to the ramen shop next door, and then once we're done, we'll meet back up? So we did that. But yeah, how was your first sushi experience? I'm not a fan. Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't a fan, but I had to tank it to not get overcharged for not finishing my pieces. What was this? Buffet? And you grabbed the sushi from the buffet? I love hot pot, yes. Okay, I don't think this is going linearly. I think we are, because we're at like 25% now. I feel like that next 15% was faster than the first 10. Oh, here's the thing. It's going to be a win-win situation. I think we're going to at least get it installed today. That is the goal. But depending on next week, if tech news is slow, we can continue on it. So no matter what, it'll be a win if there's actually tech news worth talking about. But if not, we can just continue playing with SteamOS, right? Deal? But as you guys know, most of these streams are just chill hangout sessions regardless. The topics are there just as like background noise, but it's mainly me interacting with the chat and hanging out. So Ninja Gaiden, yeah, dude, original Ninja Gaiden. It's kind of crazy how it went from the side-scrolling platformer Ninja Gaidens to once it went 3D, like the step that franchise took. I need to play the newest Ninja Gaiden. I have access to it in my Steam library, but I just have not had time to play anything, unfortunately. All you can eat? Yeah. I don't know if Jason's in the chat lurking or whatever, but Jason, I remember hearing him talk about on one of his streams, buffet sushi. It's not the best, but I think his take was it's not the best, but it's like edible. I mean, because it's all you can eat, like that's good enough. You refuse to play the 3D? The first 3D one, like the one that came out on Xbox, original Xbox, dude, that, because I never played too much like God of War or Devil May Cry, but it's kind of the same hack and slash style game. Dude, that game I sunk so many hours into. I think it's really good. You should play the Ninja Gaiden 1 that is 3D, not the old console ones, but like the first 3D version. Because that one, I feel like, is a really, really good game, especially considering what year did that come out? Like mid-2000s or something? I think it holds up well, especially if you get like the Sigma or Black Edition, the slight remasters. Yeah, the 3D Ninja Gaidens are a good time for hack and slash. Side-scroll platformer or bust. And we'll continue next week, maybe. Okay, see. Bought a multi-pack of USB 2 128 flash drives a couple months ago. Great price, but they're so slow. But they work for playing movies. Yeah, I still have, like, let me see. I think I have one USB 2.0 flash drive left. And this is something, yeah. This Transcend. Oh my gosh, the girls are going crazy. This Transcend flash drive, I think I bought back in like 2011 or 2012 or something like that. It's 64 gigs, so for the time, this was like a really, really high capacity, not really high capacity, but pretty high capacity. And for today's standards, 64 gigs could still do a lot, but my god, doing anything with this, like installing Windows, transferring files, USB 2.0, so slow. What sucks is that thumb drives used to be so cheap. I should have bought more. The last ones I bought were these Team Group USB 3.0 one, 32 gigs. I think they worked out to be like $7 a piece or something. And now they've either doubled or tripled in price. It just feels bad that even something like thumb drives, because it has memory components on it, is affected. All you can eat sushi in a landlocked state. Sushi is the perfect laxative. The one that I'm doing right now is USB 3.0. The thing is, USB thumb drives, they never hit the rated speeds that are on the packaging, ever. Just do a drag and drop test. You will see. It will never hit that like 400 to 500 megabytes per second transfer. Maybe for the first second. And then it drops. It's kind of annoying. But USB-C actually usually hits those speeds. I kind of wish everything is USB-C now, but it's not. Wife can't wait to have sushi again. It's getting close. Danny, have you tried Doritos Simply? Yes. I got some upstairs. Let me go get it while we wait for this. It is not stale.
Who's pregnant?
You're not supposed to say anything about that.
Why?
I don't know. Chat knows.
Knows what?
Knows nothing.
Are you pregnant?
Who said anything about pregnancy? We got both of them. Oh, do we got the Cheetos? Where's the hot Cheeto Nakeds? Actually, I think I might have ate that all. These are actually pretty old by this point, but I don't mind stale Doritos. But yeah, so these naked things, we had hot Cheetos too, which is the most trippy because it's the biggest color difference. Like if you look at this is about the normal color Cool Ranch usually is anyways, so it's not like it's that mind-blowing that it doesn't have any dyes in it. Okay, let's check the... So this has a guaranteed fresh printed date of March 10th, 2026. So we probably bought this in like February of this year. But slight stale. But like, you know, it's deep fried tortillas. It's fine. I don't think it really like goes bad like that. And then we got, so this one is the nacho cheese. So yeah, it's definitely naked. There's no orange dust on it or dye. The printed date on this is also March 2026, meaning I bought it in like February and it's been open for like 5 months. Let's check the staleness of this. This one didn't have a chip clip, so this one is a bit more stale. They don't taste fine. Watch them have to run to the bathroom later in the stream. But yeah, no, these. Wait. So what was the original question? Have you tried Doritos? Yes. When those came out, my wife was really curious, so we went and bought some. They're good. Yeah. I don't care about food dyes in my food if it, you know, means that it makes it quote unquote healthier. I don't need my food or drink to be like neon colored brightness. I'm not, you know, I'm not a child anymore. I think that's for children. Stale chips. Yes, they are stale. I prefer the Cheetos version myself. They sound stale. Did the first one sound stale? I thought they had a little bit of a crunch to it on the Cool Ranch one. I'm apprehensive because of the association with MAGA or Make America or MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. Is that why they did that? Here's the thing, right? You guys know I'm definitely, you know, more left-leaning, progressive, stuff like that. And yeah, I don't agree with a lot of things about the MAHA movement, but I think we can agree if they're doing stuff like taking out dyes out of our food, then that's like a good thing, right? It's not like everything that they're doing is bad. So I don't think you should be apprehensive about trying it because it was done unless there's like some backdoor deals of, you know, Doritos or Frito-Lays or whatever got a ton of money for this and like in an unethical way or something like that, which I'm not sure if I can see that being the case. But like, yeah, removing food dyes and stuff from drinks and food, I think that's overall, like, it's pretty hard to argue against that, I would say. So, and I don't know if purchasing it directly puts money into, I mean, everybody donated to the inauguration, probably companies that you still use on the daily, like Amazon did, like didn't Nvidia and AMD and all of them. So like, yeah, I think for this, you shouldn't feel bad if you do decide to like buy the naked chips. Yeah, and you're right. It is the bad dyes, like the red 40s and 5s or whatever the heck. But you can get food coloring from like berries and, you know, stuff like that, like natural food colorings. Which, I mean, I don't care if my hot Cheetos are bright red, as long as they taste like Cheetos, which are still very unhealthy probably. Yeah, we're trading dyes for measles and leprosy, and what else is making a return? What was the other one? I was just listening to a health podcast, or not podcast, but a health show the other day, other week. They are nerd on a budget fresh. I've noticed a huge protein trend. Have you guys noticed the beef tallow trend? Apparently, you're supposed to put beef tallow everywhere now. On your face, in your hair, probably up your butt. Like, I want beef tallow to cook with. But I think there's this health trend that people are doing now where they put beef tallow, which usually used to be really cheap because it's just like excess fats and stuff cooked out of, you know, the trimmings that butchers couldn't sell anyways. But now people are like making them into these formulaic things and selling them in tubs to people to like use as lotions and creams, whereas I just want to buy it cheap to use as an alternative to like seed oils and corn oil and things like that when I'm cooking, so I can lubricate my pans and stuff. You probably use it as lubrication too, but that's the trend. And then, yeah, high protein everything, like high protein Pop-Tarts and cereals and all these other like high protein chips. Like, yeah. Beef tallow Starbucks drinks, only a matter of time. I wish you could try the Doritos of the 70s and 80s. People could tell you ate them 2 days later. Strong smell and taste. I mean, I had Doritos of the 90s, but not of the 70s and 80s. I was born in 89, so I didn't make the cut. Yeah, I think when it comes to like different fats and well, beef tallow has a ton of cholesterol. Just don't use a ton of it. Just use a little bit of it. And if you're eating like steaks and stuff anyways, you're eating the fat on that, I think the difference it would make in the long term would be pretty negligible. It's not like I'm going to be deep frying stuff in tallow. It's more like putting a thin layer of it just to lubricate the pan. But it's only better if you want chronic heart disease. You could render your own tallow. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. I was actually trying to do that. Apparently, Costco, you can ask them for fat trimming, so you can do that yourself. I have a thing of lard that I made just from excess bacon drippings, but I want to do that with tallow too, beef tallow. but we don't cook nearly enough steak to be able to do that on our own. But yeah, apparently you can just go to, I think, and I need to do this next time I go to Costco, ask the butcher, like, hey, you got any fat trimmings you can sell me for cheap, or just give it to me if you guys are going to toss it anyways, and then render it at home. I've been watching a lot of videos. It looks really fun, actually. Like, you're cooking it down, squeezing it all out, then like mixing it in a thing of water and flipping it upside down so that all the fat and water separates with all the gunk, and then you got yourself some nice chunk of tallow. Oh my gosh, we're at 71.1%. I think now, well, I did pre-make it. It's just, I did it incorrectly. But now I need to come more prepared whenever we're going to do a Linux install. Because this has happened multiple times now. So this time, the image versus ISO file, you can't blame me, right? Trading a PC for beef tallow? Dude, trading a PC for half a cow or something. Come on, it's gotta be higher value than that. First signs of bad flash drives. I don't know if this is a bad flash drive type deal though. I think dude, you guys, I've had brand new flash drives. They usually take a while to write regardless. Writing, like with Rufus, like writing an ISO or an image file to a device like this, like making a Windows boot or whatever, it takes a while because it's not simply just transferring it. It's actually like building it up. I did not use the slowest port on my PC. I'm using a hub, which is connected to USB-C. I forget which 3 which, but it's definitely not the slowest port. I'm telling you. I feel like most of you guys haven't worked with thumb drives, USB Type A thumb drives recently. They are relatively slow versus like USB 3.2 Type C. Might be because of the image file, might be because it's also over 8 gigs. Like, it makes sense, right? A 3 gigabyte Linux Mint ISO would write 2 times faster than a over 8 gig SteamOS image file, right? I don't know if ISO versus image would make a difference, but just the sheer size of the image file itself is like more than, it's like 2.5 times the size of the like the ones that we've installed previously. Unpacking, what CPU you got? 265K. Intel Ultra 7 265K. I bet you one of them... How would I hook up that SSD though, Chris? I guess I could use a USB to 2.5 SATA connector, which I do have. Do that, and then, yeah, just use one of those as a external drive. You should try Zorin OS next. Yeah, people had mentioned Zorin. That's why I have it on my Ventoy drive, but we haven't had a chance to get it. Oh my god, it's already 6:30. We're just gonna install this? Okay, this was just a talking stream. We're just here to hang out, right? Everyone having a good time? No, cooling a PC with beef tallow. Could you imagine putting that into like a custom loop system? I mean, it is. Once it's heated up, oh, it would have to heat up because once it cools down, it solidifies. So then only around the CPU and GPU plates, when it heats up, it starts flowing. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, no, I can see that, JC88. If you're not connected directly to the back of your motherboard, you're losing speeds compared to like the front headers or using a hub, even though it's through USB 3.2 Type C. I could see that, but also getting to the back of your PC is kind of a pain depending on how your setup is. Like, yeah. don't access the back of my PC all too often because of how inconvenient it is. You just burned a 9 gig SE Linux ISO onto USB 2 flash drive and it was faster than this. Yeah, this does feel weirdly slow. We're at 80%. Why? USB flash drives just be slow in general compared to alternatives. When I need fast, I use a Gen 3 NVMe and an adapter that could do 8 gigabits per second because I can't afford a real high speed external drive. I bought a hub that turns 12 USB thumb drives into one drive. Huh. Can they be different sizes? Lol, when your PC gets hot, it smells like burgers cooking. How awesome would that be? That's what the KFC console was supposed to be. When's the last time I brought this up, chat? Do you guys remember? Some of you guys probably weren't even around when I brought this up. Remember KFC console? It was a marketing stunt. They tricked me. It had a chicken chamber. You could have had fried chicken smell once your PC heated up in this warming chamber. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna release an actual physical real version of this. Not like I thought they were actually gonna sell this in mass, but I thought they were gonna at least have a real physical working prototype. Remember, this was back in 2020. Here, we can watch this. I'm about to get... this stream is gonna get copyright struck. Watch. Equipped with the chicken chamber. True 4K, 120 FPS. I think they even listed specs for it. The page is gone now, but there used to be an official page on Cooler Master's website. Let me see if I can still find it. Is the KFC console still happening 2 years ago? But no, Cooler Master's website used to like have a landing page for this thing. And I think I remember them listing specs for it. It's real. Oh, official page. Okay, we're gonna find this. No, we're gonna find this. You think you could hide from us by taking down the page? Nah, son! We got receipts. Oh my god, why is it slowing down at the end? It was like at 81% earlier, now it's at 86.8. Yeah, something's going on here. But, okay, this is what it was. Okay, Power Your Hunger, first built-in chicken chamber. Built and designed by Cooler Master. They even got this freaking breakaway, transparent, like CAD drawing of it. See? They did. They did list. Intel NUC 9 Extreme Compute Element. Hot swappable GPU slot. Okay, I don't remember reading this. Okay, when they say hot swappable, I think they just mean a GPU slot for you could be able to change out your graphics cards like a normal PC, because this was marketed as a console. Yeah, see, they actually listed specs on this thing. And they even put, like, brand partners, Asus and Seagate. This, they, like, put enough into it where it seemed like it was a possibility. It could have been a thing. And then that was it. They used it to boost their KFC Twitter followers to, like, hundreds of thousands, and then they didn't mention it ever again. Did the spicy version have a better processor? What are your guys' thoughts on KFC? I actually like KFC a lot. If it wasn't so expensive, I would probably get it more. But because it is, I have to get Cheap Chicken Monday at Safeway. You guys know Cheap Chicken Monday, right? Cheap Chicken Monday, 8-piece for $5.99 at Safeway/Albertsons. This, can you know how much an 8-piece at KFC costs? It's like $20+. Or you wait till Monday, you go to Safeway or whatever equivalent you have. Do you guys have Cheap Chicken Mondays at places that don't have Safeway and Albertsons? But like up here in Washington, on Mondays I can get 8-piece fried chicken for $5.99 every single Monday for years now. I like fried chicken a lot. Fried chicken is probably up there on like my top 10 favorite foods. I wouldn't say top 5 because I think more cultural foods, Asian foods are probably up there, but top 10 for sure. I don't got Albertsons anymore. FKFC, Popeyes, babies. Okay, we do have one Popeyes near us. It's still like 15 minutes away. Not the easiest to get to compared to other fast food. I've had pretty mixed experiences at Popeyes. Like, all the stories that you hear about Popeyes online is what I have experienced at Popeyes. They literally, like, one time I went to the Popeyes, they said, like, due to something along the lines of how dangerous it is, we are only open on the drive-thru window. They closed the lobby doors, and we're still only open drive-thru. We're talking, like, during normal business hours. This is, like, 4 or 5 p.m. in the day. Right? That happened. I've had people, the employees just like not care at all about like my food, missing stuff from the orders. I like the Popeyes food. It's just the actual experience buying the food has not been the best. Especially when those chicken sandwiches first came out. Remember that? People were fighting over those, like physically fist fighting in these restaurants. That like people went crazy for those chicken sandwiches. All this high sodium KFC talk is making my ears ring. Oh my god, we're at 94%. We're only talking about it a little bit longer because we are almost there, y'all. We are at 95%. We are an hour and 40 minutes into the stream. Part of this is my bad. If we started sooner, we could have got to making this thumb drive and continued talking about whatever else we were talking about. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta talk about fried chicken to pass the time. Ironically, the chicken is salty. Where's the nearest churches around me? Let me see. Church's Chicken. So Church is the nearest one. Okay, so Shoreline-ish area. Lake City. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so in my hometown where I grew up in, right here, Church's Chicken next to the Air Force Base. Well, it was right next to my school. But since moving away from my hometown, the nearest Church's Chicken. I've had Church's actually only a few times in my life. Wait, Cluck and Crunch. This isn't even Church's. Yeah, see, there's no Church's Chicken up here. Let me see. Yeah, the only Church's seems to be down south. There's nothing north of friggin' Des Moines. From what I remember, I didn't think it was anything too crazy. It was fried chicken. It was good because I think fried chicken is good. But I didn't think like, oh man, this is like way better than KFC. I don't know, man. I feel like KFC is kind of like. We also have Izzel's, if you guys have ever heard of that. But I feel like KFC is like the McDonald's of fried chicken. Where like, yeah, McDonald's isn't amazing, but it's pretty consistent and it's like good to people who enjoy greasy, you know, fast food that's not good for you. Yeah, I get it. Some of you guys think McDonald's or just fast food in general is disgusting. But McDonald's wouldn't be where it is today. It wouldn't have as many locations. It wouldn't make the sales that it does have if it wasn't, on average, considered delicious. Like, I get it. It's normal. Yes, we have Jollibees. We just had Jollibee this weekend for my wife's birthday. Her family brought over Jollibees. I got a tub of Jollibee's gravy still left over in the fridge. I'm about to freeze that. Their gravy is really good. No, we had Jollibees this weekend. Jollibees is really good. We usually get the spicy chicken from them, the spicy fried chicken. But no, if there was a Jollibee closer, we might get it more. But again, it's still kind of expensive. We're done. We are done. 100%, baby. Let's go. Close. We are good. The drive is made. I'm just going to be careful about it. We're going to eject. We're going to safely eject it. Just to make sure I don't mess anything up. Okay. I got the drive. We're going to go and plug it in. And we're going to see if it automatically detects. It should, right? If it's the only device with an OS or bootable media on it, it should auto detect, hopefully. We'll see. Come on. Yes, I think he's doing something. Okay, what do we got? Test dummy error. What? Okay. Oh yeah, whatever. Welcome to SteamOS. Success. There it was. It was Ventoy again. Ventoy, you were like 1 for 3 or 2 for 4 or something right now. Back when the $2 menu used to be $1, dude. Dollar menu, like in the. When did dollar menu start? I probably took advantage of it most in the mid 2000s because that's when I was like in high school. But I don't remember exactly when like dollar menu and like value menu actually started. Probably like it was probably there in the 90s, right? I didn't care. I was a kid. My parents bought me food, so I didn't have to pay attention as much as when I had to spend my own money on it. But yeah, when dollar menu was actually dollar menu, that was actually you could put together some good combos for like under $5. Now, like the closest thing I feel in modern fast food to the dollar menu is like Wendy's Biggie Bag, where you spend $5 and you get a drink, a fry, like a side nugget, and like a burger type thingy. Like, and that still averages to more than $1 per item, but I think it's like the closest. I could have mailed you the install drive, it would have been faster. I'm gonna need to, actually, this brings up a good point where I need to, with all my flash drives, run it through some software that will check their health. I don't know what software that would be. Hopefully it's not one that has to like erase it, because I do not want to remake all these drives. But yeah, I should definitely check the health of them. I don't think Crystal Disk Info would check it. Even in and out is gone up. We never hit it. Oh, we're in? Oh wait, no, we gotta choose to install, right? Wipe device. Yes, we will do this. Hello. Hello. You want to install SteamOS with me? I mean, okay, here, before we do that, we got internet drivers. It looks like it. Yeah, we're connected. Let's poke around a little bit. Why is this being so slow? Is it the drive? Is that why it's so slow? Even when I click... Oh, no, this is good. Games. Okay, so we are, like, in a desktop environment. Let me open... Firefox. Install Firefox. Oh, it doesn't just already have it. I'm a sucker for a taco truck. Oh, I know the whole bag was there. I wanted the half bag. Just ask any college student. They know all the cheap places to eat starting with ramen. Dude, ramen, can of Spam, some eggs. When eggs, you know, aren't crazy cheap due to bird flu. Or crazy expensive due to bird flu. It's like some green onions. Not the healthiest meal, but it's a meal. Wait, what is going on? Okay. If I really don't want to cook, I'll get something prepared at the grocery store. Texas Roadhouse is where it's at. Their prices are actually pretty decent. We have a Texas Roadhouse, but it's pretty far away from us. I think it's like, let me see, Texas Roadhouse. Where's the nearest Texas Roadhouse? Yeah, the closest one to me is like probably an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So I've never had Texas Roadhouse. What's okay? What? Oh my goodness. Is it? You guys think it's a drive? Like this shouldn't be this slow. I just happened to pick the one drive of the many I had that is problematic. Or is it SteamOS? Okay, screw it. We're wiping and installing. We gotta get this done. We'll mess around with it once it's on a fast drive. Okay. I think it's going. Rice in a rice cooker, ramen too expensive when there's big bags of pasta and chicken beef base on the next all over. Okay, it's doing it. Here, let me move this up so the chat isn't in the way. You're saying don't mess around with it while it's running. Oh my god, USB so slow, don't even bother digging around. Yeah, you're right. Man, the thing is, I barely use this USB drive. I don't use thumb drives that often, so the fact that it's even problematic at all is kind of strange. There it is. So it's going at 16.3 megabytes per second. I feel like this would still be faster than USB 2, but next time install Linux from Bazite on Fedora Flasher. Wait, I think someone else might have brought that up, or maybe that was you who brought it up earlier as well. 18.5 megabytes per second. Okay, so it is somewhat speeding up. No. They I swear they never made here, I'll show you. So this is the drive that I used. I can't pull it out now to show you, but I know when I got this drive, the year I got this drive was definitely when USB had already been pretty much the standard, and I think it would be pretty hard for I think it's a SanDisk drive, but I think it even has the, you know, the trademark blue connector. We can't look at it now, but I think it has the trademark blue connector for signifying USB 3. Why are we doing this? Why are we installing? Because I don't remember. Somebody last stream said you should install SteamOS. And I said, yeah, if there's nothing exciting to talk about next week, we can do it. So that's why we're installing it. And now it's up to 20 megabytes per second, which is still slow, but it's interesting how it's slowly speeding up. Dude, pumpkin pies from places like Sam's Club and Costco, like, I'm like a couple bites of pumpkin pie guy and I'm good. Ain't no way I'm trying to get like a whole pie. Even at our family get-togethers, the pies and cakes never get like even close to being finished. I feel like it's a waste. It might just be our family is not like huge into desserts like that. But $6 pies, yeah, the pumpkin pies at Costco and Sam's Club, they're huge for so cheap. Yeah, it's gonna take 30 minutes to read the drive. Is there even a... Here, this is what I'm gonna do. While this is running, let me see if I can find a different thumb drive that I'm willing to wipe. And see if we can make another one to see how fast that can be. Actually, what is on this one? Okay, here, we're gonna use this one. I don't even remember what's on this, so I should be good to wipe it. We know this one is USB 3.0 because it says it. You can't read it, but yeah, you're not gonna read this. Actually, maybe this can show it well. Yeah, this does show it well. PNY 64 gigs USB 3.0. We're gonna use this one, and we're gonna make it with Rufus again, and we'll see how fast that goes while this installs. All right, Rufus, where you at? Yeah, I've been using this for BIOS updating stuff. I can delete that. Oh, and you said to plug it. Actually, no, I'm gonna plug in the hub. We gotta keep the experiment the same. I'm plugging in the same USB-C hub, which I've never had problems before creating these. Re-imaging complete. Wait. This has popped up. Choose proceed to reboot now. Okay. Okay, that actually did not take that long. I feel like that was faster than Windows. The Selena Gomez Horchata Oreos are excellent too. I've never had that. I've never even heard of that. I didn't know that was a thing. PNY. Best CPUs and best USB drives. We'll see. Okay, let me get this thing made. Okay, boom. We're gonna do it right now. Let's see how long this takes. Look at this. We're actually gonna watch it in real time. Okay. So it's obviously the drive. What the heck? Well, now that once this gets made, this will be the SteamOS drive. And the other one I can wipe using some software to scan to see if it's going bad. Look! I think I could have been convinced to use a different drive. You guys just didn't convince me hard enough. We're in, I think. Wait, what? No. Ooh, wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, something is up with the drive. It's not the hub. It's not the fact that it's not being plugged in the back. It is drive related. It's not .image versus .iso related either. See, we're solving it, changing one variable at a time. It is the drive. But wait up. I think it just read off of it again. So should I just... How come it didn't give me the option? Maybe I missed it because I was talking to chat. On the other OSs, when it rebooted, it came back to the screen that says, now remove your device. I didn't get that just now. Can I shut down, remove the drive, even though I was not instructed to, which it seems like almost every other Linux distro has told me to. I didn't pay the drive. I didn't do anything though. Yeah, I didn't pull the drive. Pay attention. I mean, was there a timer? I probably should have paid attention. But we're doing two things. Not all do tell you to remove it, says Joe P. But I don't know, man. Dave seems like he's blowing a gasket now. Yes, that is how SteamOS is. Restart or shut down, pull it when it blacks out. So Dave seems to think it should have been pulled when it told me to, but other people are saying SteamOS does not tell you to. So I mean, obviously we only have one option to do it now, right? Just to shut down and pull it. If I missed the window to do so. Knowing when to pull out is an important skill. Well, apparently, for other distros, it seems like it was important. Danny, I wasn't going to say anything since I don't know where to get, but they have KFC Oreos. What does that even mean? I don't even know what a KFC Oreo would look like. Yeah, no, I understand. That sometimes happens in Windows too, where if you don't pull the media, you know, USB, it'll go back into trying to reinstall Windows again. Guys, give it a second. Maybe. What, you don't like the install? There we go. PNY GPUs aren't really the best either, but they are cheap. Still always the best deal for $1. And they're usually pretty simple. Okay, what are we doing here? It's telling me to plug in a controller. Okay, no. I think we can just go on. So, okay. I mean, it doesn't know that we're, you know, on a desktop per se, right? It expects we're either on a Steam machine slash a Steam Deck. Pacific. Can I get past this being hardlined in? Can I just put in anything? I don't have Wi-Fi on this system. Oh, you think it's finding drivers? Oh, good point. Even if it's Ethernet drivers? Yeah, good point. To me, this looks like it was just scanning for Wi-Fi, but yeah. Actually, good call. I do have a USB Wi-Fi dongle. So if I plug it in, it might be able to... Should I just wait or plug it in? Also, I don't know how good this thing is. This is one of those cheapo ones from Amazon. Might be slow. Okay. Here. I'm going to change for a second while I do this. I don't want to put my network name on blast. Let's see if it detects it. I plugged in the USB Wi-Fi dongle. Use the dongle to see if it... Yeah. So I plugged it in. We're going to see if it updates anything. Also, not being able to install without internet. Oh, wait. Yeah, not being able to install without internet That seems a little bit annoying and counterintuitive. I guess we always had internet when we installed all the other distros. Would this have been a problem with like Bazite and like Mint and those? You might, yeah, I'm gonna have to reboot. Okay, we are going to actually menu, power, restart. So we'll restart with it plugged in. We'll see if it works. It still should have found your hardwire. Use the dongle to see, yeah. Well, now we've got the hardwire plugged in, as well as, and let me make sure yep, the Ethernet port is lit up with activity. I mean, I understand I have no LAN driver, but the point is it automatically finds one and puts one on, right? Or no LAN or WAN drivers. We'll see. Yeah, most of the distros get all their stuff from online repos, and you're hitting a bug in the OS at the moment. TJ or Tid Jane has it's bugged. You have to open TTY and manually enable network manager service. One second. Okay, the wireless dongle is blinking, showing activity. Okay, it worked. The dongle worked. Okay, let's go on this one. Okay, oh crap. Oh crap, okay, let's see. Here, and this thing's done being made, so awesome. Awesome. Okay, let me connect to this. Good. Okay. We are in like Flynn, baby. Though I don't know what Wi-Fi standard that dongle is. If it's Wi-Fi, it's probably not Wi-Fi. It's definitely not Wi-Fi 7. But I don't know between Wi-Fi 5 and 6 what it is. So it's going at not. And oh wait, oops, you guys can't see it. And this speed. This speed also might not be directly related to the dongle itself, but also how fast it can pull stuff from, you know, whatever repositories it's pulling from. Your Ethernet is fine. The setup screen is just bugged. Wi-Fi usually works. Come on. In terms of games, so I've got a 1 terabyte drive. Where is it? Where the heck did I put that drive? I have a drive. Oh, here it is. So I have I have a drive that has games on it from when we were in Bazite and Mint. I should be able to plug this in after we're in and everything. I'm gonna have to reboot again. But I should be able to plug this in and point to this drive and it just works, right? I don't see any reason for it not to work. But at least we should be able to hopefully pop into a game real quick without having to actually install it. Yeah, hopefully it works once hopefully all this updating that it's doing All this updating right here, hopefully all this is getting whatever heck else we need. Make a bot when you say, hey Alexa, clip that and save it. That was a nice fail clip. Look, dropping an SSD, no moving parts. It's fine. These are very rugged and durable like that, except for if you break a connector. But yeah, like these are pretty, like, you know, it's fine. And I dropped it on carpet. It wasn't the end of the world. All the drivers should already be there unless you have a very strange setup. Well, they said it was a bug as to why the LAN drivers weren't there. The Wi-Fi drivers were there. First usable GPU I ever bought was a Power Color RX 580, 8GB. Wait, Patrick, were you not into PCs until like the last 10 years? First usable GPU. Or are you talking about like previously you were using like really crap tier, not gaming GPUs? Drop all the SSDs you want, just no drop the babies. Exactly. Are you excited for the new Star Wars Galactic Racer? I mean, I think I'm indifferent about it. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I wouldn't even say I'm a normal Star Wars fan. Growing up, for some reason, in our household, we didn't watch Star Wars. So I don't have that nostalgia from, like, you know, the first 3 movies that a lot of kids around my age did. I mean, we watched whatever our mom let us watch, and my mom didn't care about that. Like, I was watching, like, and my mom was into action movies, like a lot of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone type movies. Yeah, so I was watching movies I probably shouldn't have been watching because they were rated R or PG-13 as, like, you know, a 6 or 7-year-old. Oh my god, that was not intentional. As opposed to like watching Star Wars. So I never like understood the hype around Star Wars growing up. And I think by the time like I realized it, I think it was too late to like get into it for me. Now, like, I've watched the Star Wars movies after the fact, like, you know, when I was older, and I didn't care for them like I think I would have if I saw them as a kid and was amazed by it. And no, even less so Star Trek. At least I've seen Star Wars movies. I don't think I've seen like any full episodes of the like original Star Trek. Even those remake movies, or when they remade the Star Trek movies. I'm trying to think if I even finished those all the way through. Yeah, I'm not a like Star Wars, Star Trek, like space, sci-fi, those genre type nerd. What's up, Roland? Okay, I think... Are we ready? Oh, wait. Just adjust the slider till the arrows touch the edge of the screen. Okay, yeah, that was perfect. Sure. Huh. I got signed into my Steam account. Alright, give me 1 second. Oh, wait, what? Stop, 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 stop. Stop, camera. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Hey Danny, I like your Midnight Madness part pickup. Glad it worked out. Yeah. I was starting to freak out when the first two boards, for some reason, whatever reason, didn't work. That seems like some really weird luck that 2 boards in a row didn't work due to connections or something like that. It was really weird. But then as soon as I got them downstairs, they worked. I'm just gonna say I've had that happen on multiple occasions with computers before. Unexplainable, like, troubleshooting errors that eventually work themselves out for no reason that you can explain. Okay, press any button to continue. Steam menu. Okay, quick access menu. I'm going through it because we're already past stream time and it's bath night for the girls. So I might have missed something, but okay. None of these games are installed. But where's desktop mode? I'm trying to be very careful because I don't know if any of these menus are gonna like reveal anything. Okay, is there a desktop mode? I've never had a Steam Deck. Never had a Steam Deck. I've maybe like held one and played around with it for like a few minutes or something. But yeah, this is my first time. I thought someone said that there was. Who's talking to me about it? It's under the power menu. Power. Oh, okay, here we go. What? I see. Wait, let me see. What? Okay, here we go. Just to let you know, the only thing I don't like with SteamOS is working with the KDE Disk Manager. Just overcomplicated for no reason. Disk Manager as in like if I were trying to add a drive so that I could read games. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, I don't think being so used to Windows, I don't think I'm ever gonna be used to like just the way Linux shows drives and stuff. Like, I want to see the drive that this is installed on and how big the drive is and how much space is left. And I think last time we got some like different program to look at that, but there's gotta be a way. I forgot how we did it last time. Let me think. There's gotta be like some kind of disk. Oh, KDE partition manager. I don't know if that was it. I mean, I guess this works, but okay, let me see. So this is a PNY 240 gig SSD. Okay. So 3 gigs. So I'm guessing like this 8 gigs right here is the OS itself for the most part. Oh, what's this? And then some like, so how much space is it taking up total? Like around 13 gigs? Yeah. Install GNOME disks. Wait. No, this is just stuff that's on no, I should be able to search here, right? He said GNOME disks. Even if I just, okay, GNOME disks. Is this not the right place to grab GNOME disks? It's not so much as a general Linux issue, it's just how Dolphin shows stuff. The one that comes with Fedora GNOME is like Windows. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Here, let me get the Let me get the drive with the games plugged in. I want to boot into a game. Like, I just want to run a game. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. You can also view storage in the gaming mode under settings, storage. In the gaming mode. In the gaming mode. I'm not going back to the gaming mode. Are your storage devices plugged in? It is now. The one with the games on it. Oh, I'm gonna pull the Wi-Fi dongle and let's see if we have I didn't check if we had wired in Ethernet drivers. To interrupt normal startup, press. Wait, what's going on? I probably shouldn't have pulled the dongle part way through it trying to boot up. Now, this drive that I just plugged in, it's only been used as a Steam library, like, that's all it was. It doesn't have an OS on it or anything, but for some reason it seems like the system is now having a hard time deciding what to boot into when only one device plugged in has like an OS on it. In Steam, big picture mode, sometimes the other storage devices aren't in it. Sometimes if you restart your PC, it might go away and you have to redo it all over again. I don't know. Dude, come on. What is going on? Am I gonna have to like manually go in and let me go set the boot priorities. I'm wrapping up. We gotta at least get into a game. I don't care what game it is. Remember that one person who made the biggest fuss about when we were first doing Linux? You guys remember this? They were saying something. Didn't they blame Lenovo specifically? And then when it ended up they were wrong, it was just silence. I don't think that person is around anymore, but this isn't giving the system a good look when it's having trouble even getting into the BIOS. Why does this all have to happen on Steam? On stream? Come on. I'm gonna press enter. Do something. Oh my goodness. I swear I'm not doing anything too crazy. I just plugged in a drive that had Steam games on it. That's all I did. I swear. And all of a sudden, this system decides to be weird. Oh yeah, Proton. Wait, if you're looking to install apps, the NF store for Proton plus for Proton GE and like that. Errors are usually between keyboard and the seat. I know. Plug it in after it boots. Yeah, I could do that. That's fine. That's not the end of the world. Well, let's see if it can even boot back in. All right, I removed the drive. Nothing else has changed, I swear. Except for, I did remove the Wi-Fi dongle. If that is the reason why, I'm gonna have to slap somebody. Because what the hell? We got through already. If it is the Wi-Fi dongle, oh no, it can't be because it froze at the splash screen. Why? Why is this my fate? Anytime we're messing around with Linux on stream, what? It's supposed to be straightforward and just work. It's just like, I swear, I'm not. I did not set this up to fail. Okay, so removing the drive did work. We are progressing to the next phase of boot up, but come on, yes, no video, then get into Steam. Look up to your message about discs. What do you say? In Discover, if you type discs, the first entry is the one you want. Okay, so it doesn't actually say gnome in the name. Okay, let's see. Am I gonna have to put the family thing in again? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can I do a default setting where it's just like always go into desktop mode from the start? Yeah, you're right. At least it's content. That is true. Okay, we're in. We're in. Internet. Looks like we do have internet, I think. Wired connection. Okay. Firefox. Is there no browser installed by default? Or install from FlatHub? Sure. I gotta install a browser real quick. Show the struggles, bait all the Linux fanboys. Betty from Switch and Click did that. You should check out our video. Dude, I swear, like, Linux fanboys, they forget that they've been doing it for as long as they have. Because I guarantee you, the first time they ever went from Windows to Linux, it wasn't as smooth sailing. And if they're like, well, yeah, it was for me, I'm like, okay, you're an outlier. I guarantee it. The thing about also, it's hard to prove because everyone is just gonna want to, like, you know, have big ego and not admit that they went through, like, you know, similar stuff or just weird issues. The only way to do it is to, like, to have had it be documented, which obviously that's not the case for most people because most people aren't showing, you know, their early Linux experiences, like, to a live audience, right? But then when you get content creators that do it, you get all these Linux fanboys that come in and be like, oh my god, it's a user error, it's a user error. Like, bro, I mean, you could call it a user error, but if there's a lot of users being a part of the error, I think it might be bad design too. Or just unfamiliarity, which is fine. Okay, I'm gonna plug this in. But I think that's one of the things when I do watch Linux content, whether it be from Linus's channel or, you know, Switch and Click or Toasty Bros, Tech My Matt, anyone covering it. The amount of, like, people stroking their own egos when they see another person struggling with Linux for the first time, it makes me think, like, these people literally have nothing else to live for, so they've got to feel good about themselves in the one thing that they're, like, you know, knowledgeable or good at, and basically putting everyone else down. And that's not people in this chat, because for the most part, chat, you guys are super chill, you're helpful, and when I do stupid stuff, you guys are pretty normal about it. But that's not what I've seen whenever I go to toxic YouTube comments. Okay, the drive is plugged in. Let me look at the partition manager real quick. Okay, scanning devices. Wait. Oh no, this is the... Let me make sure it actually is plugged in to a working SATA. Yep, that should be good. Disconnector. Okay. Device. I'm pretty sure this is not it. And anonymity plus need for instant gratification is a hell of a drug. Yeah. Firefox is installed. I did see that. But I'm trying to... Why is the drive not being detected? There should be a 1 terabyte drive popping up now, I think. Unless, do I gotta do anything specific? I shouldn't have to initialize it or do something the equivalent, I wouldn't think. Yeah, and usually you can Google most of the problems away. The thing is though, doing it on your own time versus doing it on like a live stream where you're against the clock, it's a little different. Like, I feel like people underestimate how much time it takes to troubleshoot things, because once you get through it in your mind, you now know how to do it. So you're like, oh yeah, it'll just be do this. But like, the act of Googling things and sorting through different results and trying things, it actually takes time. I feel like people forget that and they just, you know, they think it happens instantly. Also doesn't help that I'm talking to chat like half the time too. Yeah, Jopi, you for sure have, since the Linux saga began, you've been super helpful. I usually ask how idiot-proof do you need your distro and then go from there. I'm a Windows guy, just wanted to build and set up a Steam machine. Yeah, I refreshed it like multiple times. The thing is, first of all, I don't think it matters if it was plugged in prior to booting up, but it doesn't want to boot up when it's plugged in, and I can't even get into the BIOS. So something strange is going on. And this drive, literally, I haven't used it since we last played with Bazite. When we added it to the Bazite install to install bigger Steam games onto, this drive has been, that's it. So, any other recommendations other than the thing that I've already been doing? You can also... Okay, wait, let me see. Okay, so you're saying do what? LSBLK? What's that? Oh, is that like list devices? Yeah, it's not seeing it because there would be a 1 terabyte thing there. Here, let me switch the connect. I'll switch it to a different SATA port connector, as well as. So I'll switch it to a different one, and I'll switch the power cable too. Nope, doesn't look like it's detected. Though this is big enough. Here. It's already 7:30. We're gonna install Guns to Duel. Okay. Guns to Duel. No. No. Don't do that. Go. I didn't want to stream it from here. Do you think AI will replace ray tracing? This PC. This is only a 1 gig game, so this should be a fast install. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out that drive. Come on, let's go. How fast is this going? Does your mobile support hot plugging? That I'm not sure. But you see what I said earlier. You might need to reboot after switching the SATA cables. I don't think it's the SATA cable, but I think the problem was as soon as I plugged that drive in, it doesn't want to get into the SteamOS. And when I tried to go to the BIOS to switch boot priority, just to make sure SteamOS is at the top, I couldn't even do that. So we got some weird, what's it called? Computer ghosts about. It's transferring. Man, why is it transferring so slow? Maybe the NVMe drive. You would think they would be much faster than 30 megabits per second. And the disk usage for an NVMe drive seems a bit slow. But then again, it is based on the CPU as well. And we've got a freaking, what, 12-year-old CPU or something. But AI replacing ray tracing, no. I don't know, just based on when you use AI right now, even when you ask it yeah, I don't know. That seems like way too big of a workload for it to have instantly. Think about what ray tracing, when you're playing a game and it's trying to, like, you know, render the lighting in the scene in real time as you're moving around and jumping around. I can't imagine AI being able to do all that fast enough. Okay, is it done? It is done. Anyone play Guns to Duel back in the day? Back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s? Danny, who cares? We're all having fun just BSing around. Apparently, we've had over 100 viewers basically this entire time. You guys watching me futz around trying to get this dang OS to work, which it does work. But my question is, what is so special about SteamOS as this thing is trying to launch that, like, Bazite didn't provide? You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowledgeable enough with all these distros that, like, why would you want to use SteamOS when it wasn't made for it and doesn't have the compatibility for everything, when Bazite exists and was pretty sleek when we played around with it and it worked just fine? I guess just because it's a free country and there's choice. You're logged into another computer already. I'm not playing. Wait, what? Why did it log into? Oh, it's because it tried to stream it over here. Okay, let me try it again. I just need to get into the game. Like, yes, I know it's not meant for desktop, but it seems like a number of people are trying to make it work for desktop for some reason. Like, it was somebody who specifically asked me to do this from last stream, but I think, I mean, who else in chat has tried to install SteamOS on desktop by this point already? Please run it through Steam Launcher. Okay, what are we doing here? Come on, game. Also, don't give me no anti-cheat crap, please. Please run it through the Steam Launcher. Have you guys seen this? Oh, wait, what? It is the Steam updates. Wait, what are you talking about? I just built my first PC. Watching your videos was Bitwit. You're awesome. Awesome, Tristan. You built your first PC in the beginning of 2020. For you and your kids. Nice. I'm glad the content has helped. Steam made a desktop PC. How is it not for desktop? Maybe they're still working out the kinks. I'm going to... Now I've seen it. Wait, what? Bazite is more straightforward and optimized for consumer PCs. Yeah, so there's no real reason to use SteamOS except to mess around with it, which is fine, which is what the stream is here for. What has anyone? I've never seen this message before. Please run it through the Steam Launcher. What are we talking about here, game? The Steam Launcher. I mean, am I... Oh, please tell me it's not like I gotta do this. Something. Give me a second. I forget. If we had to do the Proton stuff, which I feel like you shouldn't have to do because it should be by default, right? Okay. Sure, whatever. I'm just trying to do stuff to keep things going right now until I read chat. I'm so hungry. Time for egg rolls. Nice. I made Boombo Way yesterday. If you guys know what Boombo Way is, then you'll know. If you don't, then just imagine pho, but better. But I made it, so we have 2 more bowls for tonight. So we're finishing it off, and my goodness. I'm looking forward to it. Because I am starving right now, and Guns to Duel... I need you to work. I just need to log into a game so that we could conclude this stream. You need to update for Proton and Steam updates. Okay, I just did that. You guys just saw me do that, right? I chose Proton Experimental. It got the Steam update. I did the thing. Should have just bought an Xbox. Bah. You normally don't. Steam updated to automatically have Proton. Yeah, see. Unexpected error. What other game is tiny? Melissa is waiting on me. Terraria. What? Nothing? I said nothing. Terraria is 700 megabytes. We're gonna log into Terraria, apparently. Valheim? Yeah, it's pretty small. Use game mode? I got... It's... This is the thing, guys. This is where I struggle. So I am trying another game, yes. But then I'm told to choose Proton GE, which I guess I could. It would be fast. And then Chris is telling me to get Valheim. And then Birdcage is telling me to do game mode. I can only do one thing at a time. I mean, I guess I can switch to game mode, but do I want to do that while I'm installing a game? Like, and then that becomes a problem. Here, we just wait. Come on. What's taking so long, Terraria? You're 700 megabytes. You should be done, like, instantly. Not even. Oh, wait. Oh, the peak on this is fast, though. 600 megabits per second. I do have a... I mean, everyone... Did you... Is it Among Us free? Or do you have to buy that? Got a favorite motherboard. I got my Asus X870E Glacial a month ago and I love it. Motherboards is one of those categories of product or PC hardware that I do not think that deeply about, so I definitely do not have a favorite motherboard. For me, a motherboard connects everything, and I usually go for the value options. I rarely pay for the like premium stuff. Sometimes I'll pay for like more USB ports or USB Type-C connectors in the back, but 8X70E Glacial. That sounds like a $300-ish plus motherboard. Am I correct in that? Yes, exactly, Neil. My cheapest mobile is my favorite mobile is the cheapest one that runs my stuff and is stable. And I mean, I'll go for the overclockable chipset. Like, I usually stay away from like A520, A320 chipset and stuff like that. But once I get into B450, B550, B650, whatever, B850, I'm not super picky. Do you check X? You mean like Twitter? Or X is something else? Go into Steam storage. Yeah, I should set up the drive. Good point while we wait for this to install. But the fact that the system doesn't even recognize the drive, I think that's telling, what is it? Storage? If we go here, add drive. Yeah, I don't think that 1 terabyte drive is here. No, there's something going on. I gotta figure it out off stream. All right, Terraria. Dang it, I didn't do the Proton thing, but let's just... Come on. I shouldn't have to, I feel like, right? Or am I crazy here? Was it downloading now? Terraria... What is... Steam Linux runtime, okay, we'll do this. Come on. I kind of like the old style of Asus Sabertooth motherboards like Z77. I made a beautiful build with one of those. MSI motherboards are my go-to. Okay. Look. Come on. Yes, we've done it. You guys hear the music? Oh, dude, does this have any of my... Oh, what? It has nothing? Don't I have a... I thought they have, like, cloud for this. I'm surprised it doesn't have... Wait, how do I... Oh, no. How do I fully maximize this? Maximize. What? Why is it not maximizing? Anyways... let's see. Video resolution. Go full screen. There we go. What is this resolution? Don't click past it. Come on. There we go. Apply. Alright. I guess I need to... Yeah. It doesn't have my character. Huh? Oh, wait. Go back. Wait. New world. Sure. Whatever. Any world works for me. Let's just get into it. F11, will you? Yeah. I should have just done that. I typically don't F11 to maximize stuff on Windows. I'm a pleb. Okay, I need that 1TB drive. That 1TB drive should, if that thing died just sitting there these last few months, I'm gonna lose it because 1TB drives are pretty expensive right now. All right, we're in. We did it. Go. Heck yeah, dude. Imagine buying a 5090 and a 9850 X3D, 128 gigs of RAM, 1200 watt platinum power supply, and this is all you played all day. Or like League of Legends or like Valorant or something like that. I feel like that might be the case with like some pro gamers. They have like these crazy BP systems and they play games that like don't even utilize the hardware. But okay, we did it. I'm gonna Alt F4 out of this. I am going to start installing at least what game? I like God of War. I think it just fit. God, God of War is so freaking... Look at this thing. 175? Do I even have... I think I can install this. I have 194 gigabytes free. We're not playing this today, obviously, but I'm going to start the transfer because it's going to grab it from my PC. But I don't know if I could call that a successful stream, but it was a stream. Tonight's stream was a stream. Dude, it's already 2 hours and 43 minutes in the stream, but we did it. Okay. Do I have bad luck? What are the odds of me grabbing, of the multiple thumb drives I had, the one that was super slow? Then what were the odds that I was dumb and put an image file onto a Ventoy drive? And then what were the odds of like the Ethernet drivers not working? It's just like, how did all these things happen on what should have been a basic OS install and then logging into a game? You did it faster than my first install. I mean, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we started what? Probably, I think like 2 hours ago, realistically. Because we started about like 30 to 40 minutes in the stream. But one thing that does slow me down is trying to still be engaging with the chat and like showing what I'm doing as opposed to just doing it and then like, you know, if something goes wrong, just troubleshooting it myself by Googling. Like, where I try to make the stream more engaging. So I understand that slows it down. But still, some of the problems that we've run into with Linux just in general, anytime we've done anything with it, I feel like it's kind of like either good luck or bad luck that it happens or doesn't. Like, we run into some problems that seems like it's not the standard procedure most of the time. I will gladly state that SteamOS is a handheld distro and getting it on a desktop is just a nice thing at best. This just kind of shows me that it's good but not primetime ready good. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they've locked these requirements into it, it seems like they don't really care to have people just using SteamOS on desktops, at least yet. It seems like the focus is still on Steam machines and Steam Decks. Awesome. I definitely want to try installing SteamOS now. Have a good dinner. Oh, you haven't done it yet, Chris? I feel like maybe you might have messed around with it. Don't play the lottery. Exactly. It's all, yes, it is a learning experience, though I don't dick around with Linux nearly enough to like remember and retain a lot of these things. Because remember, a lot of the things that we're used to on Windows, it wasn't just because we did it once or twice. It's because we did it for like 20 years straight, right? So, I mean, this technically marks the third Linux distro I've installed. It was first Mint, then we went to Bazzite, then we went to this one. But I'm also not using it on a daily basis, so yeah, it's gonna take a while for me. And I don't know if I will ever find time to use it on a daily basis, just because, you know, I have limited time. So, it's just one of those things. Yes, ChatGPT is very good for Linux. I have made use of it. You've definitely slammed into some immutable walls as well. I know I keep saying it, but if you want boring and works, Fedora is where it's at. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure eventually we will do Fedora on one of these streams. Let's do a 4-hour session of Among Us. No, I've never played a game of Among Us. I think I bought it because we intended to play it during LAN. If it costs money. I don't think it's free, right? But yeah, I've never played it. Just beef up your networking. My networking is fine. I think... Like, what is this downloading at? So, this is actually going pretty fast, but it's maxing out the gigabit port on the machine. I have 2.5. So I have 2 gigabit internet, and I have a 2.5 switch that is what I'm running the line off of to my main because this is transferring, right? Is this transferring or is this downloading? Oh, this doesn't look... No, this is downloading. It's not transferring from my system right now for whatever reason. But, yeah. So, this could be faster if, I guess, I got a network card for this system, but I don't really feel like spending money on this ThinkStation. I think 1 gigabit is like most people still don't have 1 gigabit, I feel. So what's the time on this? It's 35 minutes. Yeah, this game is just freaking huge, even at these fast speeds. No. I don't remember what the longest stream has ever been, but I think one of these days we probably will do either a 12-hour or 24-hour stream. I think that'd be fun to do. I think it would be fun for you guys to watch me descend into madness as I lose sleep to go to 24 hours. Nathan B says, what are the odds? I just rewatched the LTT video of you and a few other tech tubers from a year ago. Gotta love the crossovers. Dude, it's crazy. It's been a year. I feel like that was just like 6 months ago, honestly. Time has flown since the girls were born. But yeah, I can't believe it's been... It was in August, and then I think that video came out... Did it come out in August, or did it come out in September? But yeah. Okay, the girls are going crazy upstairs. So I gotta get going. Yeah. Depending on next week's... Whatever is going on in the tech world, if there's a lot of news to talk about. We'll do that. And if not, then we'll go right back into SteamOS and poke around a little bit more. And hopefully I have the big 1 terabyte drive figured out by then. But you guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around this long in the stream. And yeah, thanks for watching me, you know, stumble my way around Linux still. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week and have a great weekend coming up. You guys can catch me in the Discord server or in the comments of any of the stuff that I released throughout the week. Bye-bye. Have a good one.